you worked out lately? You gone to the gym, just want to be in healthy shape, don't want to have the beauty image of Lizzo. Well, apparently, according to MSNBC, that apparently makes you far right. If you care about fitness, if you go to the gym, if you work out, apparently, according to MSNBC here, the far right's obsession with fitness is going digital. All right, and then I put in the Joe Rogan response here just to prove, Joe Rogan's not right wing, and even he's looking at this like, what the heck are you talking? How is it far right to work out? Okay, so we get into this article a little bit here. I'll read it for us here on stream, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. Pandemic fitness trends have gone more extreme. Literally, guys, literally. Working out, extreme. Fitness, extreme. To some degree, I kind of do understand what they're saying. I do think there is something right-wing about working out, but I'll explain that in a second. Let's just read the ridiculousness here first. White supremacists' latest scheme to valorize violence and hypermasculinity has gone digital. Whoa. Bad picture there, YouTube. But anyways, I'm going to get into this. It appears that the far right has taken advantage of pandemic at-home fitness trends to expand its decade-plus radicalization of physical mixed martial arts, MMA, and combat sports spaces. So you guys got that? Are you a conservative who's interested in mixed martial arts? You want to learn to fight? You want to learn to defend You may be a far-right radical Nazi conspiracy theorist. Earlier this month, researchers reported that a network of online fascist fitness chat groups on the encrypted platform Telegram are recruiting and radicalizing young men with neo-Nazi white supremacist extremist ideologies. Initially lured with health tips and strategies for positive physical changes, new recruits are later invited to join closed chat groups where far-right content is shared. So basically what they're saying, as you may know, there's this increasing movement of fitness on the internet. And yes, some of it is right-wing, you could say. You have Carnivore Aurelius, you got movements like that, you got like the Christian lifter movement, you got the Andrew Tate stuff, but I would argue the fitness movement is bigger than that. You have people like David Goggins who are totally non-political, non-cultural, and just saying work out. But I think they're starting to realize, and I will talk about this in a second, why there's some truth to what they are saying, in the sense that there is a real correlation between people working out, bettering themselves, and becoming more right-wing in many metrics, and I will discuss that in a second. But basically what they're now trying to do is make up, this is made up, folks, this is not real. Are you joining one of those men's group that gives you a workout plan? Watch out. You might have an Azov battalion ready to recruit you to a neo-Nazi network. Sure, because that's definitely what's happening. It's such nonsense. Physical fitness has always been, and look, they admitted it themselves. Read the sentence here. Physical fitness has always been central to the far right. Okay, so you guys got that? If you're trying to be physically fit, if you think health is important, you want to build muscle, you want to take care of yourself, not being fat, not looking like Lizzo, that is central to the far right. And so if you are physically fit, watch out. Next time you see a buff guy on the street, he may be a right-wing extremist. He may literally be Hitler too. Okay, he may be Hitler the sequel, just saying. All right? But yeah, in, that book, H-Man here fixated on boxing and jiu-jitsu, believing they could help him create an army of millions of blah, blah, blah. Okay. I mean, listen, maybe that's because fitness, like stronger men are just like better soldiers. Could that be a reason why he wanted that, as do any military on Earth? Right? But the correlation, it's physical fitness that's far right, because apparently, the H guy, believed that he wanted his army to be physically fit, right? So that's not just common sense. No, that means physical fitness is far right, even though physical fitness has been around for since the beginning of human time. No, guys. Physical fitness, I think you might be a Nazi. Okay. In more modern times, far-right groups have launched MMA and boxing gyms in Ukraine, Canada, and France, among other places, focused on training far-right nationalists in violent hand-to-hand combat and street fighting techniques. It's caught the attention of intelligence authorities, especially in Europe. All right, so you guys got that? The FBI may be spying on you if you go to the gym, especially a combat gym. How dare you do that? Where various reports have noted the role of combat sports and MMA in radicalizing and promoting far-right violence. It's just unhinged. Can you imagine publishing this? Okay. But, you know, I can imagine your average MSNBC reader, you know, fat, out of shape, you know, neck beard, freaking like the South Park online character, or the soy jack, like, yeah, that's right, that's why the reason why all the handsome guys who work out and are bigger than me and stronger than me and better than me in every human metric, that's why, because they're far-right Nazis. I'm sure that's the reason why, you know, you can't get a girlfriend and you're, you know, eternally online alone. I'm sure that's the reason why. It's because all the guys who take care of themselves and work out and do good stuff, you know, they're actually far-right Nazis, don't you know? It's not your fault. It's definitely not your fault, my friend. But anyways, he goes on. Apparently in Maryland, they were recruiting white supremacists to train in mixed martial arts, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, have you ever considered this, MSNBC? Have you considered it's not just about the far right? It's just, generally speaking, if you want to be stronger and better and more competent, you know, physical fitness is a part of that, right? If you're trying to fight any type of thing, you know, I'm not calling for that. I'm just saying, if you were trying to do anything that would require physical fitness, wouldn't you want to be physically fit? I don't know, but here you go. The intersection of fitness and extremism leans into a shared obsession with the male body, training, masculinity, testosterone, and competition. Physical fitness training, blah, 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 appeals to the far right for many reasons. They need to accept physical pain, be warriors, and embrace messaging around solidarity, heroism, and brotherhood. Wow, how dare people believe in, you know, they need to be warriors, you know, go through trauma and pain, solidarity, heroism, brotherhood. How dare they do that? It must be because they're a Nazi. There's no other possible reason. Okay. It's championed as a tool to help fight the coming race war and street battles that will... Yeah, I'm sure that, like, that's the reason why MSNBC... That's the reason why more men are in the gym these days. It's not because they want to get in the gym, right? You know, and then the hierarchy of reasons. It couldn't be because they want to feel better about themselves. They want to get girls. No. It must be because, guys, they're skinheads who want to fight a race war in the streets. I'm sure that's the reason why. Okay, so... yeah, we go on. I think you guys basically get the point. Blah, 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 blah. Now, as unhinged as this article is, I do have to say there is some truth in what they're getting at. Not in the sense that, oh, if you work out, that means you are, you know, a Nazi, right? That's not what I'm saying. But there is a real reason why they discourage working out. And they say, you know, fat is positive. Men, you don't need to be strong, you know, that you don't need to be alpha, whatever. Don't work out. Don't hit the gym. Don't better yourself. And it really has to do, ultimately, with male testosterone. And that's why I said in the beginning of this clip, I said, you know, there is some truth to what they're trying to get at in this article. Not that, oh, you work out, you're a Nazi. But there is truth in the idea that working out in some ways is inherently more right-wing, especially in men, specifically because it increases male testosterone. Now, testosterone, obviously the natural male hormone, but it actually has a correlation with a great number of things that, you know, are not only more right-wing, quote unquote, but actually are sort of necessary to stand up to the current system and the current order of things. For example, this is a known fact that men with higher testosterone are correlated with being, and they've done studies on this, are correlated in a group situation to be more willing to stand up and take charge of the group and ultimately maybe stand up against authority, right? They study that, like, men and boys with higher testosterone are always more likely to stand up to authority. Now, if you are the authority, especially if you're an evil authority, you know, you're like, hey, I'm Bill Gates, you would want naturally, right? In order for your authority not to be questioned, you need men with lower testosterone. Even further, on a political basis, they actually did a study in the 2010s where I believe they had registered Democrats who were on testosterone replacement therapy, and they actually observed that with an increase in their biological testosterone, in general, they actually became more Republican-leaning, more conservative politically. And so, as much as you see the right-wing joke, oh, soy boys, blah, 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 there actually is a very real correlation, right, between testosterone and sort of conservatism and right-wing ideas. That's not made up. That's actually biologically real, which is a kind of a reason why, in my opinion, they have a war against male testosterone. This is why they promote body positivity. You know, don't work out, don't go to the gym. You go to the gym, you're a far-right extremist. This is also why, in my opinion, they put the things they do in the food system, right? Because we talk about this a lot on the channel, but you know, obviously the food system in America, very cancerous, poisoning a lot of people. But really what it does more than anything else, there's a lot of phytoestrogen, right? There's phytoestrogen in the microplastics we all, you know, keep in touch and all that stuff. There's phytoestrogen, or there's estrogen, I believe, in like seed oils and all that, you know, the hormones they put in the food, the meat, everything. And what is that ultimately about? That damages male testosterone, right? And so this is a big reason why male sperm count is now declining, why, you know, testosterone levels have dropped, all the visible metrics, right? That is because of a lot of different reasons, but part of it actually is the stuff they feed us as a culture and a society, right? It's real. Food in America, we talk about all the time, poisonous, a lot of bad stuff in that. So I think that's all for a reason. I think that's all for a reason. And you can kind of observe this, can you not? Can you observe naturally that, like, you know, right-wingers tend to have higher testosterone? I think you can. I'm not saying that I'm the peak of male physical performance or anything like that, but kind of compare just conservatives to liberals overall, right? You can think of many right-wing guys out there who are jacked, you know, specimens of man. What's the highest T leftist out there? Like Hassan Piker? Is that the best they got, right? Who even then, you know, it's like, you see it, like, it's very real. You can say it's not real. It is very real. There is a very real correlation between testosterone and conservatism. That's precisely why they don't want you to work out. That's why precisely they don't want you to have a healthy life and do the things naturally that embrace male testosterone. That's a big reason also they don't want you to eat red meat, right? You know, the whole movement, red meat is bad for you. Red meat is bad for you. That's a psyop. The reason they're doing that, right, is because red meat, guess what? More than any other food, boosts male testosterone. See what's going on there? Okay, so don't let them do it. You know, don't let them do it. Okay, eat healthy, eat clean. Try to avoid all the preservatives and microplastics. Work out, do all of those things, because, you know, in many actual, real, tangible ways, you are standing up to the system by doing those. It may seem frivolous, it may seem like a joke. I know the soy boy thing is kind of a beta male, you know, that's kind of a caricature, but there is something very real about it. So I don't think the MSNBC article, while in bad faith and while kind of ridiculous, I don't think the premise of it is entirely wrong. There is absolutely something right-wing about working out, which is why, you know, you should all do it, and I should do it, and we should all do it. So it is real. It's very true. Hey guys, Vince Dao here. Hope you enjoyed that clip from the Vince Dao show. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And be sure to check out the Vince Dao show live every weeknight here on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It is a great show. Many are saying this. So leave a like, check out our other clips, and be sure to check out the show. God bless.